Okay, there we go. We're good. We're just gonna switch the colors over so that we have red for Dark and blue for Sebastian. We're gonna try to keep these like that. I'm smelling another full set. Well, I'm all for it. You know, I'm just going to be here forever, but I'm all for it. I'm trying to cover 9 sets today, and this is just the 5th one, so we are barely getting past the first half of the stream. It's gonna be a long one, guys. And beware of spoilers as well when using the RBWL command. That's going to take you to the Wikipedia page for the extra qualifier, and because all the games were released at the same time, different casters are going to cover different things, and the results are going to become public, so you could potentially get spoiled. Alright? We're going to cover everything here. All 15 series. So if you want to watch everything, you're more than welcome to stay. What do we get for game number 1 though in this series? Dark's playing with Aztecs and Sebastian's playing with Saracens. See Dark going for archers already. Sebastian's going for his own archers as well. It's very standard to see. Saracens could technically also go for scouts if they wanted to. But yeah, it's going to be archer instead. The archer line unit for Saracens is so good because of the team bonus, which makes our archers deal bonus against damage. Deal bonus damage against buildings, sorry. Deal bonus against damage. That sounds pretty rough. How would that even be? Imagine being able to speak English. Anyway. It seems like Sebastian's going to hold on just fine over here. By the way, guys, did you see Sebastian is an incredible player, one of the fastest players that I have seen. If we take a look at the APM over here, he's oftentimes going to be hovering above other players by about 30 to 50 higher APM, which is remarkable to see. And now that he's getting to the very top over here, it feels like he's got some of the highest potential. Yes. From, you know, all of these up-and-coming players, talking about Ganji, Sebastian, potentially Kingstone as well. Maybe you could consider Dark as well, an up-and-coming player, given that he's been getting much, much better in the last couple of years. Regardless, though, for this game, the situation has stabilized, and Sebastian's going for fish on the right-hand side. Meanwhile, Dark, on the other hand, already has the fishing ship out, and so does Sebastian, to be fair. Both players on one only, but they are not going too heavily into this. Interestingly enough, it's taking a very long time, and usually that's not the case, for players to go inside the ball. So we see Sebastian bring a villager over. Yeah, and Dark, on the other hand, he's got the Eagle Scout, getting some scouted information, but that's about it. He doesn't really have any villagers or any military units going over to the center, so this could be really good for Sebastian. If he gets away with this, he's got a stable, right? And if he gets away with this, goes forward, and tries to get the walls up over here, potentially preventing Dark from coming through, of course. That's going to be fantastic for Sebastian. Not only preventing him from coming through, but also potentially preventing him from chopping through if we see the blue player go for something like some walls over here, right? That'd be really good. He could potentially even go for a tower if he's faster up to the fuel age, to the castle age, sorry. Wait, what am I talking about? They're already in the fuel age, never mind. He could potentially go for a tower over here from the get-go. And if he's sneaky about it, he could end up just pushing the red player completely away from here. He's going for it. Not for the tower, but he's going for pressure over here to try and prevent Dark from chopping through. Castle Age will be here for Dark very soon. He's been the one putting pressure for the most part. Hey Messenger, hi, how are you doing? Hope everything's going alright. Castle Age on the way for Sebastian. So much later though. Oh boy. The tower thing is sick. Oh yeah, the annotations are pretty handy for casting. He doesn't now pushing him away from both lumbercows. That is fantastic. He's got the skirmisher over here as well. That is so good. For Sebastian, prevents Dark from chopping through over here without even needing to go for a tower. Honestly, he doesn't really have the stone. you take a look at this, and yeah, he sold the stone in order to go up to the Castle Age. Which means once he's up, he won't be able to go for any extra TCs, but Dark on the other hand, he's got into the Castle Age, he's got the stone to go for an extra TC, but he doesn't have the wood as he's going for a 4 siege workshop. It seems like he's going for full pressure over here in Sebastian. Sebastian's going to struggle against this for sure. The interesting thing is, Sebastian, having sold the stone to go up to the Castle Age, indicates that he's not interested in going for economy and he wants to play for full aggression over here, but then he's pushed also. He's being pushed by Dark, so is the 1 TC defense over here going to be enough? It probably should be. Once he gets to the Castle Age, he's got already the wood to go for a university, so he can get ballistics, for instance, and the siege workshop, so he can go for defensive siege as well. Interestingly enough, it's Dark the one to go for the walls on the left-hand side, but still the right-hand side is open, so nobody's got full control of the center yet. Hey Nova, can you explain who is gonna be in Wololo? Is the whole week event or just the weekends? Wait. How is gonna be Wololo? Is it the whole week event or just the weekends? Well, it's going to be the whole week, but I'm not really sure what they are going to do in terms of distributing the game tournaments. If it's going to be first the Age of Empires 1 tournament, then the Age of Empires 2, then the Age of Empires 4, if it's going to be concurrent tournaments on different streams, or if it's going to be concurrent tournaments at different times of the day. Like one day it's going to be morning Age of Empires 1, afternoon Age of Empires 2, and then maybe night Age of Empires 4. I don't know, man. I would have to take a look at the Wikipedia page. Actually, let me take a look at it really quickly. I'm kind of curious now myself as well, because I remember Red Bull Wololo 5 on Throne. It was like full action an entire week, so I don't see how they're going to be able to fit 3 different tournaments. Okay, let's check. The Age of Empires 2 tournament specifically, if that's what you're interested in, is going to happen throughout 2 days only. Wait a moment, what is this? This is the qualifier. My bad, sorry, hold on. Yeah, that would have been kind of underwhelming. Nice pick over here from Sebastian. Okay, let me try again. The Age of Empires 2 tournament is going to have a group stage on October 21st and 22nd. Then we are going to have quarterfinals on the 23rd, and the semifinals and the grand finals will be played on the 29th. And I imagine we are probably going to have maybe the 19th or the 18th, the same format, but for Age of Empires 1. And I imagine we are going to have from the 24th to the 27th or 28th. 27th. I think 24th and 25th. Probably it's going to be group stage for Age of Empires 4, and then we're going to have quarterfinals on the 28th, maybe. Then there's going to be on the 27th, then there's going to be a day off on the 28th, I would imagine, but I'm not really sure because I'm just reading the Age of Empires 2 page. And then Age of Empires 4 is going to have its own final on the 30th, I think. I'm going to take a look at the other games to see if that's actually the case or not. Okay. Okay, there's no information about the dates here. Oh wait, the Age of Empires... Hold on. Hey, the Age of Empires 1 Legacy Tournament is already taking place? I thought it was going to be all LAN. Is it just going to be Age of Empires 2 and Age of Empires 4 LAN? Because I'm taking a look at Age of Empires 1 and there are already results. Yeah. I don't know, man. It was a Vietnam. Oh, that is a Facebook LAN that they had. Right. Wow. I thought it was the qualifier. I thought they had a LAN qualifier, and I thought it was going to be they were going to have the LAN in Germany in the castle as well. Interesting. Okay. So, Age of Empires 2 and Age of Empires 4 are going to be the only games to take place in Heidelberg. Is that correct? Right. Thank you, Remy, and Protagonist as well. Yeah. I saw some pictures of it and stuff. but I didn't know that it was the main Red Bull Wololo Legacy event for Age of Empires 1 already. I thought it was a qualifier. Never mind then. Okay. So I guess then with Age of Empires 2 and Age of Empires 4 only for Heidelberg, it's probably going to be, as I was saying earlier, so it's going to be October 21st to 23rd from group stage and quarterfinals for Age of Empires 2, and then the 29th is going to be semifinals. And then I guess it's going to be for Age of Empires 4, 24th through 26th. Actually, let me take a look. We'll see. Instead of speculating, I can just take a look at it. Okay. So it's not going to be the 24th. It's going to be the 26th and the 27th. It's going to be the group stage for Age of Empires 4. 28th is going to be the quarterfinals. And 30th, it's going to be the semifinals and the grand finals. So yeah, it's basically kind of... They're interleaving the games. They're interleaving the franchise entries. Yeah, that's how it's going to go. I hope that answered your question. It's going to be basically 1 week with a lot of action for Age of Empires 2 and 4. I'm kind of bummed that there is no English coverage for the Age of Empires 1 tournament though, because I'm pretty curious about gameplay and stuff. Wait, I can find the VODs on Facebook, but it's all in Vietnamese. Does anybody know there are any English casts for the Age of Empires 1 tournament? Anyway. Nice. Is it Vietnamese only? I had no idea that it was Vietnamese only. Sorry. By the way, in this game, coming back to this one, it's pretty interesting as Dark's been the first player to get to the Imperial Age. Now he's got elite Eagle Warriors, which are so strong. And Sebastian, well, he's still kind of stuck in the Castle Age, so if he's to come back into this game, he's gonna need the Militia Line units, and he's going for Men at Arms now. He's got supplies, and yeah, he'll need to go for Lone Swords over here, otherwise there's no way he'll be able to win this with only Knights against elite Eagle Warriors. Especially if Dark is ever able to go for Garland Wars, although he doesn't really have the stone or the stone miners to think of going for a castle anytime soon. Where's Dark mining gold? Dark shouldn't really have access to gold until he gets to the center. He's got some, let's see, gold left. Nope. Nope, he's got basically no gold. He's got 2 gold miners, but it's probably from a gold that just ran out, and he's probably not realized about the villager being idle. So now he's gone down to 0 gold miners. He does have 3 relics, which are going to amount to almost 4 relics worth of gold income for him, which isn't really too much still. But he's finally going to the center. Yes, there we go. And now gold income's going to kick in as he's got 14 villagers going at it. Sebastian, on the other hand, still very much stuck in the Castle Age. Lower villager count and lower military count, so Dark's starting to look significantly stronger. Oh, for AoE 1, only the final will play at the castle. That makes sense, thank you. Yeah, because I was taking a look at it and I couldn't find information for the finalists. Or for the first and second place. Knights Mail now versus Eagles? Yeah, they are going to. Elite Eagle Warriors over here. Will be pretty tough for Castle Age Knights. So we do need the Lone Swords over here. And Dark's reacting to the Lone Swords play by going for Archer ranges himself. Nice. Beautiful. towers coming up now for Sebastian in order to try and prevent the TC from coming up and also provide protection for his own gold. And here come the Lone Swords. That's the way to go. That's the way to go. And Dark is only now going for crossbow, so it'll take a hot minute before the counter units to the Lone Swords over here start coming out, pouring out of Dark's archer ranges. Meanwhile, Sebastian, he's doing a really good job with the Lone Swords over here, already taking the Eagles. Beautiful. Well done. It's not going to be quite as one-sided as it would be with Lone Swords versus Eagle Warriors. These are elite Eagle Warriors already, with Iron Cast, and if he gets Blast Furnace as well, that's going to make it a little bit harder for the Lone Swords to get decent trades, but it's going to be the best choice for Sebastian for the time being. He does call the GG though, as he realizes the lead over here is a little bit too big for him to come back from, so it's going to be 1-0 in favor of Dark. And we'll take a look at game number 2 after a quick commercial for non-subs and taking a look at the achievements. So what do we get? We'll see first off, with a stronger KD for Sebastian, it's going to be a very small lead over here for him though. It's not going to suffice for him to take this game as Dark was on a much stronger economy himself. So even if the KD was kind of close for both players, like close to 1-to-1 for both, well, we basically had Dark collect 9,000 extra resources compared to Sebastian, so the units that he lost, even if they were not all the time cost effective, were not quite as heavy of an investment for Dark to get back, right, for him to replenish compared to Sebastian's. Overall, society is also going to be a little bit better over here for Dark with a higher villager peak and a much higher work count towards the end of the game as well. Guys, you're going to have to give me a second because I need to sweeten my tea. Oops, there we go. Anyway, we'll switch colors once again. So we have red for Dark and blue for Sebastian. I think that's about it. That's good. That's good enough. So welcome you guys, everyone, to game number 2 in the series. Dark's playing Magyars. We have Atacama over here, so one of the strongest Atacama civilizations. Sebastian, on the other hand, is playing Lithuanians. Let's see. I feel like I've never seen Dark go all in or not go for a big move. Well, it's usually the way you go. Most often than not, depending on the matchup also, you're going to be forcing to go in for one thing or the other. Going halfway is usually not going to be good. Unless you manage to do some good damage, for instance, in the early stages of the game, then you go out to the castle and just go for a second TC and double stable production or triple archer range or something like that, where you go for a little bit of economy and a little bit of army at the same time. Usually you want to go for one thing or the other, and Empire Wars is going to make that a little bit less likely because you already begin in the feudal age over here, and the players usually are not going to struggle to go up to the castle age, so yeah, usually there isn't enough damage to grant one player to go halfway. Anyway. A little bit of pressure coming in for Sebastian. There we go. Dark's defense is fantastic though. Pulling a few villagers out of berries over there allows him to hold on over here just fine. So Sebastian's push is not all in, mind you. He's producing archers from a single archer range. He's got spearmen coming out as well, and it's taking quite a while for him to get the units forward. Instead, he does have a little bit of an eco approach, as he's got a dog on the back. Yeah, and he's got 2 fishing ships already come out, while Dark on the other hand. Hey, this could be the game where he goes a little bit of both. Let's see. He always goes for a greedy boom, never all in. Okay, so I get it. So you say that you always see Dark go for full greedy boom as opposed to going all in. Interesting. I think we saw in the previous series with Dark in the first round him going for economy for the most part. A few of the games. Those might be worth checking, perhaps. Regardless, remember guys, everyone who's coming into the stream, especially those of you who are coming from Dave's stream who might still be hanging around, you can do !bots, VODS, and that's going to give you a link to the video section of my Twitch page where you can find all the series that I cover live split into individual VODs, so you don't have to go and hunt the full stream VODs and try to scroll through and try to remember at what point of the stream each series took place. You can just go to the VOD section, you go to highlight videos, and you're going to see videos for all the series that I have cast in past streams. So after this one is over, of course, probably about an hour after the stream is over or so, you'll be able to find individual VODs for each of the series that we are covering right now. It's going to be 15 series for the qualifiers. You can also find many of the highlight series on my YouTube channel as well. Sell out for anybody who might not be on my YouTube channel still. And by the way, did you see the short the other day? I uploaded my first short with White Wolf Palace's voice chat reaction to a King Snipe. You gotta go and check it out, guys. You gotta go to the YouTube channel and check it out. It's quite funny, actually. You can also find it on my TikTok page. Not so much on Instagram because it's been pretty difficult to work with, but it's already up on YouTube and TikTok. Castle H will be here for Sebastian so much sooner. He did go for an eco approach over here, and there we go. Dark is going all in over here for your delight. There we go. Bloodlines on the way now for Dark. He's gonna kind of stick to full fuel H push though. It doesn't really have anywhere near enough resources to go up to the castle H. Managed to get a tower though on the left hand side, which is good. And Sebastian's got the resources, could potentially go for a tower himself. Just gotta be careful though, because if Dark ever manages to breach through over here, that's going to be catastrophic for the blue player. So definitely we want to see a tower come up for the blue player over here at some spot as well. Probably around here will be a good location, I think. Rip ears after that short. You know, it's actually not that loud in terms of dB, but it's just the fact that the microphone saturates pretty badly for them. That makes it sound, it's like perceived loudness is significantly higher. Probably should have added a loud sound alert. But yeah, I found the reaction to the snipe pretty hilarious, honestly. It was pretty intense. Anyway, Dark still got stuck in the fuel H, and you know what? Sebastian's got 49 workers versus 51, so only 2 workers behind Dark, despite the fact that he's 1 H higher. This is huge. Plus, there's a second TC coming out for Sebastian. Seems like he's gonna start pulling ahead in economy by quite a lot. Dark, while he did have one of the stronger civilizations to go for full pressure in the fuel H on this map, wasn't able to get too much damage done so far. Yeah, and Sebastian seems like he's going to get away with his greedy approach. Well, Dark will. Dark's finally gonna be able to go up to the castle H. He had to abuse the market quite a lot and tank his economy a little bit. But yeah, it's gonna take some time before he gets up, and we know from this point onwards, it's not possible really for Dark to try and go for extra TCs and play for economy, simply because of how much of a head start Sebastian got to the castle H. So when everything's the same for both players, whoever goes out to the castle H faster is usually going to be the one getting ahead in villager count, simply by virtue of going for the extra TCs. So Dark knows that he's going to fall behind, and if he tries to go for extra TCs once he gets to the castle H, well, he's just gonna be playing catch up. Whilst if he tries to go for full pressure over here, he might actually stand a chance. So I am expecting Dark to go all out and Sebastian to just be playing for economy. And by the way, Nice, great Quals for Dark. He managed to get up the palisade just in time to get the dock up over here. And Sebastian, well, Sebastian should know about this, but for some reason he's not really going for any navy and is just going for extra fission ships. That's kind of rough. If he had gone for a galley, I'm not really sure if he would be able to get the galley out on time. I don't think so. No. Nah, because the fission ship takes longer to come out, and actually it takes shorter, sorry, to come out on the galley. And if he couldn't get the fission ship out, you can imagine he wouldn't have been able to get the galley out in time for him to prevent the dock from coming up. So yeah. He is going for the fire galley now, though, so at the very least he's going to have some defenses against Dark, who's going for his own fire galley, and then, yeah, for the rest, Sebastian's going to be fine. It's more the candle scream than the actual landness. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for all the follows, guys. Everyone coming into the stream for the first time today, I hope you're doing alright. I hope you're enjoying the stream so far, and I hope you're looking forward to the rest of it, because, boys, this is just the 5th series, I think? No, this is the 4th series, right? Yeah, and then we're gonna go for... Actually, no, this is the 5th series. And we are going for 8 today. At the very least. Potentially 9. Ideally 9, actually. So we still have a lot coming up. And tomorrow, we are going to finish covering the extra qualifier sets. All of them! 100% coverage. Here we go. Yeah, Sebastian. Boy, he takes an awful trade over here and calls it GG as Dark gets the 2nd game over here in a row. He's going to end up claiming the series, but that did not look like it was going to be like this. It really seemed as if Sebastian would have been able to defend himself just fine, but this was a massacre. Not even close. It's actually relieved that a little bit. Why would he ever... He was trying to go for the conversions, I guess, but he gets all 4 conversions and still ends up losing everything. That was not good. That was not good, man. Damn, that was pretty rough. I guess maybe he wanted to get the engagement underneath the TC. If he tried to get the engagement underneath the TC, that would have been a little bit better, but that was really rough. Holy crap. Fun fact, you can now fight pikes with horses, yeah. Well, this goes in favor of Dark then. Let's update the brackets command. As Dark takes this one, that's going to be 2 sets for him. He's taken so far. That's going to result in 4 games, of course. And Sebastian, unfortunately, yeah, didn't get a single game over here, so there's nothing to update for the Uruguayan player. Instead, we'll jump into the next series. And because this game was actually pretty short, we'll just jump into the next one, and we are not going to take a look at any commercials, alright? The 3rd set for the 2nd round is going to take place between Slam and Dogao, so we'll jump into game number 1 right away. How about that?